Playback, let me see if I can hear you.
How has life treated you since Tucker Carlson ruined your career?
Got him! What's up, guys? It's your boy, Benny. Mike Pence effed around. He betrayed the Republican base, and now Mike Pence is officially found out dropping out of the Republican presidential primary for 2024. Mike Pence's political career is over, and I'm sure you will all collectively join me in a harrowing, oh no. Well, anyway.
Oh no. Anyway, last week.
Oh no. Anyway. The meme is officially built for Mike Pence's campaign. Nobody really cared about Mike Pence's campaign. In fact, over the last week, the most important piece of news that came out of Mike Pence's campaign is that he could barely draw crowds of 15 people. This is the guy who used to speak to stadiums packed with people when he was loyal to the Republican base, but he proved that he is a wolf in sheep's clothing. He is simply a dressed-up globalist neocon that cares far more about Ukraine and Israel than he does about America. And that was exposed in the only viral or newsworthy moment in Mike Pence's campaign. The official day that Mike Pence's campaign ended was when Tucker Carlson staged a live beatdown masterclass roasting of Mike Pence and his wretched policies in front of an audience and got Mike Pence to officially admit he doesn't care about America.
And you worry we'll let somebody transfer some jets?
I'm sorry, Mr. Vice President, have you, I know you're running for president. You are distressed that the Ukrainians don't have enough American tanks. Every city in the United States has become much worse over the past 3 years.
Yeah.
Drive around. There's not one city that's gotten better in the United States. And it's visible. Our economy has degraded. The suicide rate has jumped. Public filth and disorder and crime have exponentially increased. And yet, your concern is that the Ukrainians, a country most people can't find on a map, who've received tens of billions of U.S. tax dollars, don't have enough tanks. I think it's a fair question to ask, like, where's the concern for the United States in that?
Well, it's not my concern. Tucker, I've heard that routine from you before, but that's not my concern.
Got him, baby. Got him. Neocon. Got him. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Pence has been officially exposed. And Tucker Carlson exposed him. Tucker Carlson went on to laugh about that in Palm Beach the day afterwards.
No. But if I could make some general observations, which I think are more edifying than just like savaging Mike Pence. I think...
Gosh, we have the best. God, we have the greatest time.
Because that would be wrong. And it would be wrong because it's too easy. And the easy things are not rewarding, are they? You don't feel good when you beat your 5-year-old in soccer or ping pong. Like what?
That's exactly what Mike Pence's campaign was. Mike Pence's nightmare of a campaign. Mike Pence suspends 2024 presidential campaign from Las Vegas. Pence said Saturday, this afternoon, he's suspending his campaign. I came here to say that it's become clear this is not my time. Or never will be your time. Mike, what do you think? Like 2028's going to treat you well? Said at the annual Republican Jewish Convention. So after much prayer and deliberation, I've decided to suspend my campaign for president effective today. Mike Pence did not endorse any other candidate for 2024 nomination. The former vice president launched 2024 campaign early in June. He spent plenty of time over the summer and into the autumn on the campaign trail in Iowa and New Hampshire and South Carolina, where he could barely draw a crowd. Nobody was excited for Mike Pence. Somebody needs to show me the Mike Pence voter. Who are the Mike Pence voters? No one knows. No one knows. Never seen a guy holding a Mike Pence sign. And maybe that's because Mike Pence has, staged one of the worst and most humiliating campaigns that I have ever seen. Do you remember this viral ad for all the wrong reasons when Mike Pence decided to fake fill up his truck, proving he doesn't know how to pump a tank of gas?
Mike Pence here. Remember $2 a gallon gas? I do. And then Joe Biden became president of the United States.
Hold on. Your hand's not on the lever, Mike. You can't pump the gas unless you literally pull the handle. Okay, here we go. And listen to the beeping. Listen to the beeping.
States and launched his war on energy. Since that time, gasoline prices are up 60%. Electricity prices are up 25%. Joe Biden's war on energy is causing real hardship for working families, small businesses, and family farms. But we've got a plan to relieve all of that.
It's so humiliating. So you couldn't just buy a tank of gas? Is that how poorly funded your campaign was, Mike? Humiliation after humiliation after humiliation. Mike Pence got booed at the NRA convention inside of his home state.
NRA.
Boo.
I love you too.
This is in Indiana. Welcome to the Hoosier State. This is in Indiana. Mike Pence is like Mr. Indiana, congressman from Indiana, governor of Indiana, and now he's getting booed at the NRA convention in his home state. Along with, of course, the all-important state of Iowa, where Mike Pence got completely destroyed to his face.
Let's see if I can hear you.
How has life treated you since Tucker Carlson ruined your career?
You know, I had a very sporty debate with that former talk show host from Fox.
Oh, got him. Roasted. Tucker roasted.
You know, when some people put out a video from that cut off the back half of my answer, I simply tweeted the whole 3 minutes and said, you know, we used to call that fake news. Look, there's a lot of talk about Ukraine and U.S. support in Ukraine, and I know old Tucker's been against U.S. support there from the very beginning.
Yes, correct. That's the correct stance. Ukraine is a massive money laundering operation for some of the greasiest tracksuit-wearing drug addicts, Eastern European pimps, and garbage human beings who would ban the entire Orthodox Church. People who ban Christian churches do not deserve American taxpayer dollars. Isn't that astonishing? That somehow attacks on religion in some nations are really terrifying, right? If it happens in Israel, that's terrifying. That's an attack on the Jewish state and the Jewish faith. But if Ukraine is banning the Orthodox Christian religion, nobody cares. Let's just make sure that all of our Christian tax dollars go to fund a nation that is anti-Christian. I mean, it's unspeakable. The selective outrage is unspeakable. We talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. We also talk about how Mike Pence regularly and often betrayed the Republican base. And the reason why people hated Mike Pence so very much is because he's obviously a sleeper agent. Like, Mike Pence was turned. On January 6th, Mike Pence decided that everything he had done up to that point was just a facade, that the act was finally over. And neocon establishment uniparty Pence was going to take the stage and was going to become, the mask was off, and now this is Mike Pence. You're going to get the real Mike Pence. He said so on CNN when he said he would never dare pardon a single January 6er. Again, this is a guy who was completely silent as BLM burned down our capital city and nearly killed Donald Trump. BLM attacked the I say that because Donald Trump had to be taken down into the safe room at the White House. They attacked the White House. They burned down buildings of the White House. They burned down the Episcopal Church. Oh, they burned down. Mike Pence is very religious, very Christian. They burned down a church, the most historic church in America, arguably, right across the street from the White House. Mike Pence has nothing to say about those people. Mike Pence blesses those people. But the J6ers, the people who peacefully protested at the Capitol, wandered in when the doors were open for them, Mike Pence says you can rot in jail forever.
Constitution of the United States.
Sir, on that, Donald Trump says he is, quote, inclined to pardon many members of the mob who attacked the Capitol on January 6th. Those people were, of course, part of the same mob who built gallows and chanted about one.
Shut up. And I continue to believe that today. We cannot ever allow what happened on January 6th to happen again in the heart of our democracy. And I'll stand by the decisions and the due process of court in our laws. And I have no interest or no intention of pardoning those that assaulted police officers or vandalized our Capitol.
Okay, got it. Well, Mike Pence, thankfully, 12 hours ago, tweeted, if I have the privilege of becoming president of the United States, I'll always support and defend the Constitution, so help me God. Well, that was 12 hours ago, and now officially Mike Pence has dropped out of the race. I came here to say, it's become clear to me, this is not my time. Well, Mike Pence, you are in your 60s. It will never be your time. You are seen as a traitor, a betrayer of America first, a warning sign for neocons, globalists, and establishment rhino cuck conservatives that you will never be president, and that your model of conservatism that conserves absolutely nothing and just sells us out as tax cattle to a globalist satanic empire is on the way out. Good freaking riddance. Now Mike Pence can go on CNN and shill for his book. As Mark Dice says here in this absolutely wonderful compilation, this is what Mike Pence will do for the rest of his miserable little career.
Administration did not end well. And I write about that in my book. As I write in my book, let me say, as I said in my book, when I sat down to write my book, frankly, as you read in my book, and in my book, I write about lessons learned in my life, which inspired the title of my book. It's actually in the back of my book, and I appreciate the question. And I appreciate you reading my book. In my book, I talk about how I'm grateful for the opportunity to be on CNN today.
So embarrassing. My hope is to those shut up. Just shut up, Mike. Good riddance. I'm finished with these people. I'm happy these people have been exposed. I'm very, very thankful. It makes me more thankful than ever for Tucker Carlson, because none of this could have happened without Tucker. Tucker Carlson ended Mike Pence's presidential campaign months ago. It just took till now for it to officially end. Good riddance. America first, not America last. Pretty simple principle. And if you want to be like Mike Pence and have your political career be finished right now, when you could have actually been the heir to Camp to Donald Trump, you could have been the next guy in line if you'd played your cards right, if you'd just been true and honorable to your principles. Well, you effed around and you found out. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe if you want to make sure that Mike Pence doesn't have any more of a career and has to just go shill and sell his books on CNN forever. See ya.